Good evening and thanks for joining us. Kakaako parks will soon be cleaned up. Now that not only means fixing facilities and clearing out the trash, it also means finding a new home for the homeless. KITV4's Paul Drews joins us live from the newsroom with more. Paul?
Standard techniques like shelters and low-income housing have only done so much to fix the problem. Now some are looking at more innovative ways to get people off the streets and parks and into a home. The finishing touches are being made on the latest place for the homeless to live in Kakaako.
This is one that we have set up for at least 2 families in here. It's a very basic setup. We're thinking of, giving at least 2 beds per family, so mom and dad and some kids.
These former tour buses have been transformed into temporary housing for those living on the streets as the cleanup of Kakaako begins.
We're going to start off specifically looking to bring a emergency crisis shelter for women and children and families who are out there.
This project will allow people to clean up, have an evening meal, and even store their stuff as they sleep on buses that have fewer rules than the nearby shelter.
For those that have been on the streets for quite some time, living under no rules at all, I guess would be a good start for them to come into something a little bit more structured.
These buses are just one step toward a solution to getting people off the street. Another proposal calls for campgrounds for the homeless. That idea from the state received some support from those who call Kakaako home.
We need help out there.
Alicia Kaiu likes the idea of a campground if there are homeless services there. She's also in favor of the Kakaako cleanup, which includes an effort to educate park users about properly maintaining these scenic areas.
I believe that if they're going to cruise here and they're going to stay here and make their day here, then they're going to have to help out at Malamakaina, you know what I mean? Bring their plastic bags, clean up the area.
Now, a homeless campground, according to the state, would cost a bit more than a public park, depending on bathrooms, parking spaces, and water being used. The state comptroller says the idea of the campground came up not as a way to accommodate the homeless, but get them out of the way so residents could use the current facilities. Reporting live, Paul Drews, KITV4 Island Television News.